Oh, hey there, YouTube. So we got our chainsaw here. We're just shooting a quick video on how to keep the chain tension in good order on your chainsaw so that while you're running it, you don't have a situation where the chain comes off. So what we're gonna do here, we wanna make sure that your kill switch is in the off position, the stop position. If yours allows you access to the spark plug, you pop that off if that makes you feel comfortable. But what we need in order to make this adjustment on the chain, to keep this chain at the proper tension, we need this tool right here, this socket tool that comes with every chainsaw. In this chainsaw, they got a little spot in the case for it. It sets right in there. Don't lose it, you need it. Other chainsaws, they'll have it right here underneath the handle. It'll be molded there for that. So, a couple important things on here. This is a flathead screwdriver that you're going to use for adjusting your chain tension. Otherwise, you can also use this for opening up your gas tank, and you can use it for opening up your bar and chain oil reservoir. You see how that fits right in there, and on this particular model, you reach in there and you poke it right in and then twist, and that'll pop open, but apparently mine doesn't want to right now. So that being said, make sure you keep a good quality bar and chain oil on hand, because you need to keep that topped off. You're going to check that you know, when you're filling up your gas oil mix. You always want to check that, make sure you got plenty of bar and chain oil in there. Okay, so to the chain, you'll notice this has got a little bit of play in it, and that's so that this will spin easily while you're cutting. So that should have a little bit of play in it. If it's too tight, you're gonna wear out your motor, wear out the clutch on the chainsaw. If it's too loose, you're gonna run the risk of the chain come flying off at you. And if you don't have a chain catcher or a chain brake on here, that could cause some injury. So here's the two nuts that you're going to deal with right here. This is for the clutch cover, and what'll happen is you're going to loosen these up with this wrench, and you'll notice that that fit nicely right over those nuts. They did that on purpose. So you loosen these up, and then once that's loose, that'll allow you to loosen or tighten this adjustment screw right here. And you can see I got all sorts of wood chips on this chainsaw because it's served me well. So here's the adjustment screw right here. It's on this side of the bar, and once these are loose, that's going to allow you to be able to make an adjustment to either tighten or loosen. Typically after you run the chainsaw, the blade heats up, there's a lot of pressure pulling on this bar, it starts to squeeze it in and things get loose, and all of a sudden, before you know it, this chain is way too loose. That's way too loose right there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just tighten this screw a little bit, and you'll notice while you're doing that the chain starts to tighten up a little bit. And now you don't have as much play. See that? I can't pull the chain away as far. Tighten it up a little bit more. And you can also go like this. And that's why you want to make sure that that kill switch is engaged, because you don't want this starting up while you're messing with it. But you can see if I over tighten this, you're going to wear out the chainsaw, the clutch, or the motor. Very difficult. Having a hard time pulling that there, and you can see you pull on this chain, it's super tight. It snaps back real easy and it won't pull up very well. So there's a sweet spot. You don't really want the teeth to be able to come out of the channel in the bar, but you also want it to be able to spin nice and free and easy. So once you've got that adjustment taken care of, like I just did, you're gonna go and tighten these nuts down on the clutch cover. Tighten those down good and snug. And this is something that you're gonna wanna do every 15 to 20 minutes. It's something you always definitely check it every time you're filling up gas or bar and chain oil. Just always check it. Snug these down, go back and forth a couple times and make sure that they're good and snug, because that's what's keeping your bar in place while that chain is flying around there. Very important to keep the chain on that way. So, good to go. Thanks everybody. See you later.